I parked my car outside the beach house, breathing in the salty air, trying to convince myself this weekend was for peace. My hands tightened on the steering wheel as the front door came into view. Something felt off. Too many cars. Too many voices. I stepped out, heart already racing, and froze. Emily. I called softly, expecting silence. Oh my God, you're here. The voice wasn't hers. It was lighter, nervous, but with a forced confidence. I edged closer. Through the window, I saw her, my ex-wife, laughing with a woman I'd never met. Before, her laugh cut through me like glass. My chest tightened. Don't be so stiff, babe, Emily said, tilting her head at the stranger. Relax. You're on vacation. Vacation. The word felt like a knife. My vacation. My house. The other woman smiled nervously. I didn't expect anyone else today. I felt my fists clench. She didn't expect me. She didn't care. Leaned against the wall, gripping my keys so hard my knuckles whitened. Memories, flash tower, mornings here, coffee on the porch, the quiet sunrise. The trust I had given her felt like a joke now. I fumbled for my phone, dialing Mark. Hey, man, I said, forcing my voice calm as soon as he answered. I need advice. You're the only one I can trust. Whoa, slow down, what happened? His voice carried concern, but with that sarcastic edge he always had. It's Emily. She brought someone to the beach house. A woman, and they're laughing like nothing happened. My voice cracked. Mark paused. Jesus. Are you serious? That's brutal, man. Are you okay? No, I muttered. I'm not. I don't know what to do. Do? I confront them now? Or trailed off? Or you wait. Watch. They'll slip up. Trust me, Mark said. You want revenge, right? Don't rush it. Need the upper hand. I chewed my lip. Revenge. The word sparked a strange fire inside me. Upper hand. Yeah. Okay. But how do I even start? Observe. Listen. Don't. Let your anger control you. Wait for them to reveal themselves. Then you strike. I hung up, heart still racing, and crept closer to the porch. Through the sliding glass doors, I saw the woman again.
Hi.
She wore a nervous smile, twisting her fingers. Emily leaned back, confident, eyes sparkling with pride. See, you don't have to worry. Told you he'd never find out. Find out. The words made my stomach drop. Emily laughed. Oh, come on. You know the game. He doesn't matter anymore. I gritted my teeth. Doesn't matter anymore. Every memory, every promise, every morning coffee flashed behind my eyelids. I don't like hiding, the woman said. Her voice shook, almost like she was realizing the consequences. Relax. Just enjoy yourself. That's all that matters. Emily's smile was cruel now, playful and arrogant. I stepped back, heart pounding. I could feel my face go hot. Rage, humiliation, disbelief, they all collided in my chest. Mark's words echoed. Observe. Listen. Wait. I crept around to the back, hiding behind the tall shrubs. I could see them better now. Emily had her arm around the woman holding her. Close. I hated the intimacy, the ease with which they flaunted it. The woman glanced at the water nervously. Do you really think we should be here? Relax, Emily said, tilting her head at her. This is perfect. We can have the whole weekend. The word whole weekend felt like a punch. I imagined the times we had spent here together, laughing, planning, hoping. She'd replaced me without a second thought. I dialed Mark again. They're planning to stay all weekend. I don't even know what to do. Good, he said. You have time. Don't blow it. Let them make mistakes. Let them reveal everything. You're in control, not them. I exhaled slowly. Control. I needed it. My rage was burning. But I could temper it. I could be patient. I could watch them crumble without touching them yet. I leaned against the fence and whispered to myself. I know everything now. Every laugh, every careless word. It's mine to use. The woman Amelia's little trophy moved closer too, her eyes shining. I didn't expect it to be like this. It's perfect, isn't it? Emily said. Don't worry, we'll never find out. I almost laughed. He'll never find out. Shh. She thought I was gone, erased. But I was here, watching, learning, waiting. The wind picked up, carrying the faint scent of salt and betrayal. I gritted my teeth, letting the words sink in. Revenge wasn't just a word anymore. It was a plan. I noticed small details, the way the woman nervously adjusted her bracelet, the way Emily laughed too loudly at things that weren't funny, the careless tone in which secrets were spilled. Every gesture, every glance was a clue. I filed them all away. My phone buzzed again. A text from Mark. Don't get reckless. Observe. Patience wins. I nodded to myself. Patience. I could do this. I would do this. Through the glass, I heard Emily say, we should make a toast. To us. To the weekend. The woman hesitated. To us. Yes, Emily said, eyes glittering. To us. I stepped back, letting my lips curve into a silent, bitter smile. To us, I whispered. But it wasn't for them, it was for me. And I knew right then that the next move was mine. I could wait, I could plan, and I could watch the unraveling begin. The weekend was theirs or so, they thought. I retreated behind the shrubs, heart pounding, mind sharp. Every laugh, every careless word, every flirtatious glance would be my ammunition. They had no idea I was already here. I waited in the shadows, just inside the sliding door, letting the sound of waves mask my presence. Emily and her little trophy paced the porch, voices carrying easily in the open air. Seriously, Emily? Are you sure he won't? The woman's voice trembled. He won't find out. Relax, Emily interrupted, twirling a strand of hair. I've covered every detail. Trust me. I clenched my jaw, covered every detail. That's arrogance. That's carelessness. The woman flinched. I just feel weird about being here. Your house, your history. Emily laughed, soft but cruel. History doesn't matter. Not anymore. We're creating our own memories now. I leaned against the wall, silent, letting them think I was gone. My fingers hovered over my phone, and I typed a message carefully, making sure the neighbor had noticed them. Mark, I need his eyes here too. He has to see this. A moment later, my phone buzzed, already on it. Let them slip up. I nodded, watching the mistress adjust her bracelet nervously. Small tells, they were everywhere. Every glance, every hesitation, every forced laugh. I just don't know if I should. I mean, what if someone comes? The woman whispered. Emily's voice dropped, sharp, confident. Then you hide, like a good girl. That's all you need. To do, he won't catch us. Nobody will. I felt a pulse of anger. Nobody will. You think I'm nobody? Later, when the woman stepped away to the railing, Emily muttered something I couldn't quite hear. I froze. That was my cue. I pulled my phone out again, sending a discreet text. He's pacing, nervous. Your move. The neighbor responded quickly. Copy. Watching from the garden. They're slipping up. I sank into the shadows, letting their careless words seep into my memory. Every phrase, every laugh, every misstep was ammunition. Emily, the woman said quietly, almost pleading, do you ever think about us? I mean about him? Emily's eyes flicked to the horizon. Don't. It's pointless. I don't think about him at all. I'm happy. Isn't that enough? I gritted my teeth. Happy. You call this happiness? You stole it from me, from what we had. I slipped to the side, peeking through the curtains while texting Mark again. She's playing the naive card. I want him here, in position. Eyes on them, Mark replied almost instantly. He's coming. Calm. Wait for the right moment. I nodded, swallowing hard. Patience had never been my strongest suit, but now it was everything. I couldn't let my emotions betray me. Not yet. The mistress laughed nervously, a tiny sound that made my chest tighten. You're so confident. How do you do it? Emily smirked, leaning back. It's simple. Confidence isn't about being right. It's about making everyone believe you are.
How?
Don't you feel that? Yes. I guess, the woman said, biting her lip. I'm learning. I felt my stomach twist. Learning. Learning to destroy, maybe. The wind shifted, carrying voices from the garden. My neighbor had left subtle clues, footprints, the clatter of tools, every movement I noticed, filing it away. I can't believe this is happening. The mistress muttered, almost to herself. Believe it, Emily said. Stop thinking about consequences. There aren't any. Not for us. Head slowly, whispering to myself. Consequences are coming, just not for me yet. I stepped quietly to the side window, watching the mistress glance toward the house. Anxiety flashed on her face, but she forced a smile. Emily, you really think he wouldn't know? She asked. I mean, he might. Emily laughed softly. Cruelly, he won't. I've thought of everything, every detail, every possibility. You just trust me. I felt a bitter smile tug at my lips. Every word she said, every overconfident slip, was building a ladder for me to climb. I reached for my phone again, tapping a number carefully. The call connected. Hello? The voice was calm, familiar. It's me, I whispered. Need your eyes here, mistress. Her husband, you know the plan. Observe. Wait, I'm in position, replied, steady and controlled. I see. Good. Let them slip. Don't interfere yet. Their arrogance will undo them. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. Exactly. That's what I need. Thank you. The call ended, leaving me in silence with only their voices. Emily leaned closer to the mistress, whispering something. Too soft for me to catch. The woman shivered. I caught the words, he'll never know again. Arrogance spilling from Emily's tone. I laughed quietly to myself, bitter and low. He will. I'll make sure of it. I retreated further into the shadows, thinking about the last years, the mornings we shared, the promises I had kept silently, the life I thought we had built. And now, this. A stolen weekend, a flaunted betrayal, and the naive woman at her side. I felt a surge of something new. Strategy, patience, control. I could channel my anger. I could wait, observe, manipulate, and strike not blindly, but perfectly. A small sound from the garden caught my attention.
Ow!
Footsteps. The neighbor was moving carefully, observing, leaving tiny hints they would notice. My alley's eyes were in position. Every detail mattered. Emily, the woman said, soft, almost afraid now. Do you think we should be careful? Really careful? Emily rolled her eyes. Stop worrying, nobody's watching. Show yourself. That's all. I whispered from the shadows, almost to myself. They're watching now, just not who they think. I leaned against the railing, phone in hand, filing every glance, every twitch, every careless word. This wasn't just revenge. This was justice. And it would be slow, quiet, undeniable. For the first time since I saw them together, I felt calm. I could wait. I could plan. When the time came, they would realize the full weight of their arrogance, and they wouldn't know it was me who had orchestrated it. I left a note on the kitchen counter, small and folded, knowing Emily would find it. Just 3 words. I'm watching you, Emily. Look at this, the mistress said. Holding the paper like it might bite her, Emily snatched it, eyes narrowing. Who put this here? This isn't funny. I stayed hidden, phone in hand, texting Mark. She found the first one. Eyes open, he replied instantly. Good. Keep them uneasy. Don't reveal yourself yet. Emily crumpled the note, tossing it in the trash. Really? Do you think this will scare me? I don't know, the woman whispered. It's just unsettling. Emily laughed softly, but her eyes darted around the room. Small cracks forming. I smiled quietly. Patience, I reminded myself. Later, while they unpacked, I let my presence linger. A photo I had left on the shelf, an old picture of Emily and me, angled just enough for her to notice. "Wait, is this here?" Emily said, pausing mid-motion. "It's weird," the mistress said. "I didn't put it there," Emily's fingers traced the frame. "I don't remember leaving it, maybe. Maybe it's I stepped closer, just inside the shadows, letting my breathing be silent." "Let her think ghosts are in the house. Let her arrogance falter," the mistress whispered. "Do you think he... Emily rolled her eyes. "Stop, this is ridiculous. Nobody is here. Relax," I laughed under my breath, bitter. "Nobody is here, not quite." I moved to leave a second note later, but instead of paper, I left a small object on the porch shell we had once picked together, carved with our initials. Symbolic, innocent to the outside, explosive to her mind. The mistress picked it up, fingers trembling. "Emily, this isn't normal." Emily's face fell. "What do you mean?" I don't know. It's like someone knows we're here." Emily's laugh came out forced this time. "Stop overthinking. Nothing's wrong, just ignore it." I watched them argue quietly. The mistress now openly questioned Emily's confidence. "I don't get it. How can you be so sure nobody will find out?" Emily's smile flickered. "Because I control everything. I've always controlled everything," whispered to myself, bitterly amused. "Controlled. Let's test that." I moved silently, leaving another subtle reminder. Letter, old handwriting, folded under the rug. Small, personal, a reminder of promises she once made. The mistress found it first. "Emily, look at this. Do you remember?" Emily snatched it. "This isn't funny. Where did this come from?" I stayed in the shadows, observing. Every flicker of panic, every twitch in her smile, every hesitation, it was all strategy now. Later, they went for a walk along the beach. I stayed back, phone buzzing with a message from Mark. She's questioning her now. I grinned, leaning against a palm tree. Exactly. Let her doubt, let her fear. Patience wins, while the mistress whispered as they walked. "Emily, are you hiding something?" "Mean? About us?" Emily's voice sharpened. "Don't." I said, "Don't question me. You signed up for this. You trust me." "But..." "I don't feel right," the woman said, voice cracking. "I think someone is watching us. I feel uneasy." Emily's hands tightened around her shoulder. "Stop being paranoid. Nothing is wrong. It's a promise." I exhaled slowly, savoring the subtle tremor of control slipping from her fingers. Back inside, I left a small message on the bathroom mirror. Every secret surfaces eventually. When Emily entered, she froze. "What? Who?" the mistress stammered. I don't know, it's strange." Emily grabbed a towel, wiping it away, her face pale. "This isn't who. Somebody's messing with us." I whispered from the hallway, quiet, almost to myself. "You're losing control. Exactly as planned." That night, over wine, the mistress questioned Emily more openly. "Emily, what about your past? Are you honest with me?" Emily's smile tightened. "Of course I am. Don't even go there." "But sometimes you lie, don't you?" the woman pressed. Emily's laugh was brittle. Maybe, but lies are part of life. You should know that by now." I watched from the doorway, letting every word sink in. Lies, dishonesty, arrogance. The mistress was already seeing cracks, her loyalty wavering. Later, I left a folded note in the kitchen drawer. Words just visible. Not everything is what it seems. The next morning, Emily stormed into the living room. "This is insane. Someone is here. I know it." The mistress's eyes widened. I thought I was overreacting." Emily slammed her hand on the table. "No, I feel trapped. Everything is falling apart." I stayed hidden, smiling quietly. Every slip, every falter, every moment of panic, orchestrated it. Yes, but the exposure was natural, organic. Karma was working. I felt a moral tug, a flicker of doubt. Do I push further, Do I destroy them completely? Or let the consequences unfold naturally? I bit my lip, whispering patience. Let it happen. A text buzzed from Mark. Perfect. Don't intervene. They're unraveling themselves. I nodded to myself. Yes, exactly. Keep watching. Let them do the rest. Later, Emily accused the mistress openly. You're complicating everything. I can't trust you anymore. The mistress flinched. I didn't mean to. I just... Emily shook her head, panic creeping into her voice. I can't control anything. Why did I think I could? I chuckled softly, letting the sound carry faintly. Control isn't guaranteed, Emily. Never was. By the evening, both women were uneasy, suspicious, and questioning every move. I stayed in the shadows, watching, calm, confident. My plan was working, and I knew, deep down, this was just the beginning. I stepped into the living room, letting the sunlight catch the dust in the air. Emily froze when she saw me. You, what are you doing here? Her voice was sharp, but brittle at the edges. I told you I was watching, I said calmly, letting the words sink in. You just didn't believe me? The mistress's eyes widened. Oh my God, you're yes, I interrupted. I am, and I think it's time we talk. Emily laughed, though it had no warmth. Talk about what? You're insane? This is ridiculous. Insane? Maybe finally honest, I said, moving closer. You've been living in your little bubble of lies? How's that working out for you? She scowled. I don't know what you mean. You do, I said, keeping my tone even. Every word you spoke, every smile, every promise you broke, it's all out now. The weekend isn't yours. You've been exposed. The mistress stammered. I didn't mean I just followed her. You followed her blindly, I said, voice firm but calm. But you're realizing now that being complicit has consequences, right? I didn't know it would get this bad, she whispered, looking at Emily. I shouldn't have. Emily's face twisted. With frustration? Stop blaming her. This is your fault too. No, I said, holding up my hand. This is your fault. Every careless word, every overconfident slip, it all led here. And yet, you thought you controlled everything. Emily's jaw tightened. I thought I could. I didn't expect for karma to catch up. I finished. Exactly. You thought you could manipulate everyone and get away with it. But patience works in strange ways. I didn't touch anything. And still, your arrogance unraveled you. Emily turned to the mistress. See, she's right. All of this is chaos. Why didn't anyone tell me this would happen? The mistress shook her head, tears forming. I didn't know. I'd have wanted this. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have come here. I studied her carefully. This was the turning point, the moment honesty forced itself into the room. Emily's eyes darted to me. You're smiling. You're enjoying this. Not enjoying, I said, satisfied. Justice isn't fun, it's necessary. You think I came here to punish? I came to reclaim what was mine. My dignity, my life. And now I have it. Emily's voice wavered. You can't do this. I can, I said simply. And I have. Because I waited. I watched. I didn't let rage control me. I let reality do its work. The mistress wiped her eyes. Emily, shouldn't have trusted you so blindly. I was wrong. Emily's face went pale. You're betraying me now? Did for you? You betrayed me first, I said, tone steady. Now, you both have to face the consequences. Not from me, but from what your actions created. You wanted control, and you got exposure. You wanted secrecy, and you got humiliation. Emily's voice cracked. I never thought it would come to this. Nobody ever sees me like this. I shrugged. That's what happens when arrogance meets reality. The world doesn't bow. For anyone, lies can only stretch so far before they snap. The mistress nodded, voice trembling. I see that now. I should have stopped it. I should have said no. I was weak. And yet you weren't strong enough, I said. But now you know. Maybe you'll be different next time. Emily's eyes filled with desperation. You think this is over? I can fix it. I'll fix it. No, I said, stepping back. This isn't about fixing. This is about facing what you've done. Your manipulations, your lies, your arrogance, they brought you here. And the only way forward is to accept it. That's closure. It's karma. The mistress sobbed quietly. I can't undo it. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Softened my tone slightly. You didn't? But you participated. You have to live with that. And maybe, just maybe, you'll learn something. Emily's face was pale, lips trembling. You don't understand. I thought I was untouchable. I was careful. You weren't careful, I said. You were careless. And that's why you're here. Humiliation isn't fun. It's a mirror. And right now, you're staring at yourself. The mistress whispered, I can't believe it got this far. I shook my head slowly. Believe it because you did this to yourselves? I just waited. Emily's hands trembled, gripping the table. I don't. I can't. How are you so calm? Because I didn't act out of anger, I said. I acted with patience. Strategy. I let reality, your mistakes, do the work for me. That's why I can leave this room calm, and you can't. The mistress glanced at Emily. I should leave. I can't be part of this anymore. Emily's face twisted with panic. You can't. We need each other. No. I said, you only needed control. And that control is gone. Look around. See what remains when manipulation fails. The silence stretched, heavy, filled with the sound of waves crashing outside. I let it sit, letting them feel the weight of exposure, the weight of consequences. Finally, the mistress whispered, I understand. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Emily's eyes welled with tears. I didn't expect anyone to see through me. I thought I was smart enough to fool yourself, I said softly. Not smart enough to fool reality, not smart enough to fool me. I straightened, feeling a calm settle over me. The weekend, the house, the betrayal, all of it had led here. Justice had happened quietly, efficiently. I glanced at the doorway where the neighbor had observed, where Mark had advised. They smiled subtly, acknowledging the outcome without a word. I exhaled, feeling the tension leave me. The heartbreak, the rage, the endless replay of betrayal, they were finally behind me. I had control again. I walked toward the door, pausing. To look at Emily and the mistress? This isn't cruelty, I said. It's justice. It's closure. And now, it's over. For me, at least. The mistress nodded quietly, tears streaming. Emily said nothing, only stared at the floor, powerless, exposed. I stepped outside into the sun, letting the salt air fill my lungs. I felt lighter, stronger, calmer. My dignity was intact, my patience rewarded. As I got into my car, I whispered to myself, it's finally over. I'm free. And I'm done with all of it.